It's that time of year where everything seems bad and you've got to know what to pour in your cup. It's time for tea time with Madame Askew and the Grand Arbiter. They're gonna try to lift your spirits out of all the muck, but we might all die like our text. We're gonna try not to die like our text. Yeah, not gonna sink into the swamp. Yeah, do our best not to die. Yeah.
Woo!
Madame
Grand Arbiter.
Askew, it's good to see you.
It's so lovely to see you.
In the digital flesh once more.
Yes, and look, Lady Jude's girl is here. Oh, Ty is here. What a song. I agree, Ty. The Grand Arbiter really is bringing it.
I mean, I speak my truth to power, and my truth is my steam engine is low on coal, baby. Low on coal.
Yeah,
the burly men who usually shovel snow and shovel coal into my engine, they be sitting down. They taking a break.
You know what? My steam engine is dry on water. The people who have been filling my my pot have
the heavily gentried ladies who
yes
the landed gentry ladies
have been leaving my teapots empty, and thus I am besieged with thirst. Oh no, I am parched. But also, oh hail the new digital flesh. Hello.
I mean, same garbage as the regular flesh, but now with the Panopticon. What a bonus.
Oh my goodness, Grand Arbiter. You know what I love?
Life's the stage, and that stage is the Panopticon.
Woohoo! William Shakespeare could never have imagined. Who could have known? No, Grand Arbiter, what I love about these particular times we find ourselves in.
Particular. That's a very important word to describe what's happening. Very particular.
Very particular. Is, you know, how many opportunities there are for us to laugh at our despair.
I mean, I'm not really laughing at my despair. My despair is merely in the room where the laughter happens.
Oh my gosh.
It's sort of like, I think of it as like you're having a really lovely birthday party, but someone invited the world's most depressing clown.
Oh.
And you're like, well, we have to acknowledge that the clown is here, but also we can't unhire the clown.
No.
Unless we can we unhire the clown?
Well, we're really all hoping to unhire the clown, I think, right now.
I do think that the shade of orange that clown tends to use as blush is far too citrus for their frame, to be honest.
Yes, but also we're laughing with our despair. That's right, Subgothius.
I mean, really, it's just holding our despair's hand and being like, this is life now.
Just remember, if you're feeling the pit of despair, your existential ennui is also staring into the void. Bring your ennui inside. It's much too hot to leave your ennui outside by itself.
I mean, at the very least, bring it a glass of water once in a while.
But thank you, Lady Jude Squirrel, as much as we are riffing on and poking fun at how terrible things are.
The particular times, as we've described, particular times.
Thank you for noticing my spring chapeau. I was feeling very hat motivated. And I imagine that we will be talking about that a little bit later. But also, thank you, Ty. Thanks for picking up what we were putting down.
Or although we are approaching, if they're hot, you're hot, kind of.
Yes.
Really, date and make out with your insecurities. If they're hot, you're hot.
thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much. You're so kind. And Bill, let me tell you. Oh no. Yes.
We're fighting.
Bill.
We're fighting. Fight, fight, fight.
Like little meerkats. Meerkat fighting. So Bill, I may be writing about it a little bit for Patreon, but I'm trying really hard not to throw these people out into the woods to the wolves or under any buses that may be passing by.
I mean, it's not that you don't wish for a bus to hit them. It's that we will not push them in front of that bus. If the bus happens to come by their house, there's nothing that we can do about that.
Yes.
But we're not going to. We recognize that the power of the internet is one of malice.
Yes.
And that a mob is easily turned against its creator. And as good mad scientists, we attempt to only create monsters that we wish to ensure cannot be weaponized against us in the future. So that's our current vibe.
Also, wolves and buses do need to eat too.
I love the concept of a bus that like desires to devour pedestrians. What a
I am a bus.
What a Sartesian demon at that point, right? The thing that would it's really just running you over because it desires to carry you from place to place, and using your legs is inappropriate. You must use public transit by punishment of death.
The buses are coming for you. No. The bus that could.
It's the next Stephen King novel.
So, my darlings, despite these particular times, clearly the Grand Arbiter and I are in high spirits. As promised, we are extra cheeky
in that
tonight.
The spirits, my ghosts are heavy marijuana users. Is what that's what we're finding out.
Oh, we are about you
because they're high spirits. They're ghosts in my house are heavy marijuana users.
That kind of hot, yes. And also, we've developed a whole new mythos around throwing people under the bus.
I mean, who are these buses that are actively trying to run people over? That's wild. That's a wild take. But yes, some people don't appreciate.
Go ahead, Grandma.
Some people don't appreciate the noble woman that you represent.
Yes.
Because you are a member of the landed gentry.
I am a member of the landed gentry. I have vast tracts of land, and that was a problem for some people recently. And I'm not. Again, I'm not.
It's a Chuck Tingle Gail Carragher crossover. The San Andreas number 45. It goes to downtown and goes down.
Oh, holder of the sacred rings of Beta Z. That bus, of course. I think, yes, I agree. That's a GL Carragher.
Yes.
That's definitely GL.
Actually, I think it's all three because they need Gail to they need Gail to be in the mix to make it really because it's got to be a steampunk bus of some kind.
It does. This is taking Magic School Bus to a whole new level.
driven by two very powerful, very, very noble lesbians.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, if you've been following along on social media this week, I've been posting a lot of saucy pictures that call attention to particular. We're going to use particular a lot tonight. I think it's my word of
I
the
mean,
day.
I would say this isn't particular, exact and explicit.
It's true. It is
Exact and explicit region.
It is an exact and explicit region, and I certainly may have used coy language, but I have not been coy. And this is certainly where you all learn that when I am irked, I tend to respond in this sort of fashion. So, and I'm not sure how
we
you
all
would
have
describe that.
we all have feelings, and you have many of them.
Yes.
If anything, you hoard them, collecting them like dark trinkets in a very full house of baubles.
That's correct.
You're
Also,
kind of a witch you're kind of an emotion hoarding witch.
oh, can I put that on a business card? That's lovely.
Maybe.
Madame Askew, professional cheeky strumpet, and emotion hoarding witch. And also, I love this. Thank you, Alicia, because this is a wonderful pun about puns, and I appreciate the punnage. I mean, look. I'm gonna let. All right, we are fighting over it, but we're going for the same comments every time. So, Ty, look, if the lesbians will come to me, I am always here for my soft.
If anything, she's here and she has bells on. She's got a wristwatch, she's got a pocket watch, she is waiting and she is timing you.
Yes, also, only you can find out where those bells are that I am wearing.
Okay, well, moving on.
Also, my pleasure.
We've had a very busy week in some regards. And you have an incredibly busy weekend this weekend.
I do. Well, Grand Arbiter, I'm so pleased that tomorrow I am hosting my monthly. For now, monthly. Maybe it will be more in the future. Well, we don't know. But for now, monthly Sip the Tea interview. And this month, I'm sort of absolutely stunned and delighted that Amanda from Yesterqueers is my guest tomorrow. And I love her work. I really admire everything she does as a public historian. I think she's been so thoughtful and stalwart for the last 4 or 5 years as she has developed her videos and developed a platform. I've been really cheering her on that whole time. I've been so grateful for everything I could learn from her, and I have learned so much. And so I'm thrilled that she has agreed to be on the show. She's a really delightful person. I know we're going to have a wonderful conversation tomorrow. And just like all of our Sip the Teas, oh no, I just saw the comments. This does make me very sad, Ty. So I will say, though, just like all of our Sip the Teas, they are recorded and archived on YouTube. And so you can watch them later. And Ty, I shall miss you very much. And I am sorry that I inadvertently scheduled against your calendar because I feel the loss already. But we're going to have a good time, and do come and join us for that. And then we have more shenanigans next weekend because book club is happening next weekend in sort of courtesy to Easter, which I hear is this Sunday. Grand Arbiter, have you heard that rumor as well, that Easter is on?
Yes. Spock dies tonight.
Spock
dies tonight. We have Wrath of Khan tonight. So Khan gets his revenge, and Spock dies tonight. And then gloriously, we will have Search for Spock on Sunday, and Spock will return
Spock is
fully
missing.
formed and fully functional, as it were.
Excellent. Excellent. Ah, you know what? Live long and prosper. I'm here for this. I'm
more
excited.
like live long and pon farr.
Live long and pon farr. Ooh, I'm here for that as well. You know, he didn't marry his affianced, and I hear she's still single.
Well, so you have that, and then you have book club. Your book is The Alchemist's Daughter.
Yes, the oh my gosh, oh no, the title just went out of my head. It's The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss.
Okay, well, I got close enough.
You got very close. You got so close, so close. No, it's wonderful. We're going to have a great time talking about this book. It's such a delightful read. It's very cheeky. There are lots of Easter eggs. It's a wonderful homage to 19th century literature whilst being very modern in some fantastic ways. It was not marketed as a steampunk book, I have to tell you, but it is so steampunk in sensibility. And yes, book club is next Sunday, not this Sunday. Book club is the 26th. The 27th. I can read a calendar. The 27th. So that those who celebrate live long and pon farr can do so.
It's just a very busy month, April. It's really you and I have incredibly full spring times, and it's always kind of a nightmare every single time. Yes. Good morning, Karen. It's nice to see you.
Are you freezing? Is it cold? We hear it's cold, and I'm jealous about that, to be honest. That it's cold. That's all right. I've seen.
We live in a spherical world. We're living in a spherical world, and I am a spherical girl.
You know, Grand Arbiter, you are on it tonight with the songs.
Oh, no. Karen says they're having a heat wave.
A heat wave? Oh, no. Karen, I'm very sorry to hear that.
It's only fall there now. It's not yet winter.
I shall hope for you that winter comes soon. Sooner rather than later. Hottest April in 100 years. Here too, Karen. How fun. Solidarity. I hate it for all of us.
Well, now that as we are cooked alive in the devil's easy bake oven, Madame Askew, we have a very fun experience for our participants today, selected by our Patreon support. As always, Patreon is not required, but generally keeps us housed and in these dark timelines, fed a series of emotionally supportive scones.
Yes, Patreon does keep me alive, and I am grateful to every subscriber. And also, those emotional support scones are doing a lot of lifting these days.
Those are standing scones. If you remove those, the whole building collapses.
No, they're like my scone buttresses. Really, I'm just propped up by French pastry on one side and English pastry on the other, and I feel like that explains a lot, honestly.
Well, and Scone Mistress, you know about the supportive nature of scones and pastries. Yes. That all pastry is really load bearing, so we cannot remove the load bearing scone.
We cannot. You did come at exactly the right moment, Scone Mistress. Thank you for joining us. In fact, thank all of you for joining us tonight. It's wonderful to see all of you in the chat, and you have a part to play in our super secret topic as chosen by our wonderful Patreon subscribers for this week's tea. So I hope you're all thinking about the various and sundry holidays, mythical, legendary, fantastical, really actually on the calendar, We're not doing any fact checking on whether or not these holidays exist, by the way.
But if they are rare or unheard of holidays, you'll have to give us some context.
Yes, that is correct.
So
Also,
what will happen is Madame Askew, you will tell us a holiday, and then one of us will throw in a complication to the holiday. Maybe it's a Christmas celebration at the hottest day in the last 100 years, or maybe it's a birthday party in a hurricane. We'll approach it in that fashion.
Yes. So basically, what you, our wonderful community, are going to do is give us a holiday. And in the grand tradition of the Vulcan bonnet wearing for Ponfar, which you may not have known about, but now you do, we are going to design a bespoke hat for that holiday. And we're each going to take a turn. So you're going to give us the holiday. The person not going, either the Grand Arbiter or myself, is going to develop a complication. And then the other person will try and design a chapeau. And you will all get to render judgment in the comments about what you think about this, particular chapeau design. So very exciting. Also, hello to everyone who's been coming in. Sharon, it's wonderful to see you. Robert, we love the puns. We love them. But Tracy's right. So, Grand Arbiter, would you like me to go first, or would you like
You're gonna go. You're the gosh darned milliner. You're going first.
True. That's true.
All right. So throw your holidays into the fray. The comments should be filled with silly holiday concepts that fill you with joy and happiness.
And
well, it doesn't have to be obscure ones. Just throw them out there. Whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I'm not looking, so you can just start doing it and not embarrass me.
Lupercalia is the first holiday up.
I don't know what that is, so we're going to have to look it up.
Oh, for those who do not know, Lupercalia, which is a Roman holiday.
Lupercalia, also known as Lupercal, was a pastoral festival of ancient Rome, observed annually on February 15th to purify the city, promoting health and fertility. Lupercalia was also known as Dies Februaris, after the purification instruments called Februar, the basis of the month of named February. Februaris.
All right, great. So we've got fertility, we've got health, we've got, abundance, Grand Arbiter. Do we have a complication?
The last orgy that you attended, someone snubbed you.
Oh.
And that person is known for wearing incredibly fabulous hats.
Oh.
So you have to make the hat fabulous enough to embarrass them for their snubbing.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought it was a funny idea.
It's a great idea. So picture this, if you will.
Also, wolves play a big part of this.
Okay. Great. Let me.
There's a specific priesthood. It's called the Luperci, who are brothers of the wolf, that do a lot of the organizing for this.
Okay.
There's a lot of sacrifice of animals. And you run naked in the street is an important part of this experience.
Okay. All right. I'm so happy.
Some more context.
I'm so happy we're starting here. Okay. Imagine, if you will, a chapeau, very large brimmed chapeau, Edwardian confection. Now, Lupercalia, February, for us and for ancient Rome was during the end of winter. And so it's still brisk, but maybe not in the full, like, you know, horror show of snow and ice and sleet. So it is a woolen affair. It's been blocked beautifully, lovingly. But rather than like a black affair, we're going to go with a sort of tawny number, like a tawny wolf situation. So it's a little bit of like a, you know, a warm, light brown. And of course, the crown of the hat is shaped like a wolf's head is coming off of the top of your head. And
Oh, so it's like your hat is howling?
your hat is howling.
Okay.
And yes, and the mouth opens because this is an ingenious hat. The mouth opens and the tongue rolls out. It's a beautiful silk tongue, and when you pull it out, it reveals a, you know, you've rigged this up in advance. You pull out little fortunes for yourself for the end of winter, beginning of spring. Of course, as this is in honor of the last orgy I attended, where I was snubbed by a person wearing a fabulous hat, all of the fortunes are talking about this person's misfortune because it has a little element of revenge. Now we've got the howling wolf with the opening mouth and the tongue that pulls out and delivers fortunes to you. And of course, around the base of this head, lovingly worked in red silk, are like these little beautiful ribbons and posies that when you look closer at them are actually like pools of blood from where the wolves have been mauling people running through the streets.
Okay. Very lovely, ambitious hat.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Do you want to pick from the list randomly, or do you want to just do it in numerical order?
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of options now.
Oh yeah, no, look, you've all done a really good job with this. Maybe just going in order, or we could do like a, oh, I picked my own. Of course, it was the first one out there, so I feel like you should have the right to pick your first one.
Okay. I will pick for my own.
All right.
And I think I would pick. Let me just look at this. Okay, I'm picking National Green Grilled Cheese Day.
National Grilled Cheese Day.
Yes.
You know, before you get into this, I just want to say National Grilled Cheese Day and Lupercalia, different
The
levels.
vibes are very different.
Levels. All right, so it's National Grilled Cheese Day, but you are overset with the knowledge that the last piece of brie that was ever produced has been consumed, and there is no more brie in the world.
So it's mourning. We're mourning the loss of brie. It's a morning cheese. It's a morning cheese toasty, everybody. Okay, so it's sort of it's sort of a small number. It's not large, but it's flat out, and it actually has a veil. And so it's a flat black hat that looks like a plate.
Okay.
And it has sort of like crumbs on it to like sort of indicate a sandwich was here but is no more.
Okay.
And then the veil portion, it's solid white, but looks like dripped cheese that goes over your face.
Melted cheese veil.
Yes, melted cheese veil.
Oh my god.
And it has the empty plate of absolute sorrow. And you have the cheese veil to hide the shame that you may have been the one who ate the last brie grilled cheese.
Oh. That's pretty good, Grand Arbiter.
I like the cheese veil idea.
I
Of
feel
the
like the cheese
shameful
veil
cheese
really,
veil.
elevates this look. All right, okay, everyone. Don't breathe for me, Martina. That's wonderful. Ah, ah, oh my goodness. Hey, oh my gosh. You guys have come up with some wonderful
There was some kind of throwing cheese on babies thing, like where you throw a slice of processed American cheese onto a baby. I
oh,
don't understand the internet
well,
sometimes.
no. I'm all right. Look, you have all come up with some wonderful holidays. Some of them I feel like I could legitimately design a wonderful hat for. And maybe I should pick a more standard holiday so the Grand Arbiter can throw me a more fascinating complication. So the question I have for you is, do I pick a standard holiday or do I
Pick
pick
the one that speaks to you first.
All right. National Give a Crow a Shiny Thing Day.
Okay. You have been invited to a feast for crows.
Yes.
But have not you don't actually have any shiny things with you. You have to make the shiny thing out of recycled items because no shiny things can be found.
Oh no. Okay. But I also have a hat.
No, that's what I meant, is that you have to make the hat include shiny things even though you don't have any to use to make the hat.
So I have to make the hat out of recycled items.
At least the shiny things portion.
Okay. So, all right. I'm going to start out. It's a black cinnamon which makes it it looks a little bit like a woven straw hat, but it's more sheer and the fibers are more fine, and it's black, of course, because this is for crows, and crows love the color black. And I have gone forth into the recycling bin and I have pulled out every single aluminum can and also the foil, right? And so I have pulled these out and I've cut into the cans and I have turned them inside out and then carefully curled them into a series of flowers, which I've arranged in a sort of cascade around the crown of this hat. Now, it has a nice brim, but it's sort of a medium-sized brim with a bit of a curl up situation on it, so it's like a little asymmetrical moment like I love to do for many of my hats. So after the brim sort of curls up, and on the underside of the cinnamon brim where it curls up, I've carefully pleated the foil into covering underneath so that it reflects the light of the sun and sort of glints in the light. Now, of course, if you are recycling tin and foil from your recycling bin, you can also pull off all of the little tabs on those cans and you can string them together to become another kind of trim. And in this case, I've created this little confection, a little ruffle made out of tabs, and I've attached that to the edge of the brim. So I've got a tab ruffle around the edge of the brim, a pleated foil underside, and flowers made out of cans. And I think that's very shiny. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah. And you could incorporate a component where the tabs can actually be popped off and be given to crows.
Right. Yeah. Pop those tabs. Hand them off to crows. Absolutely. And that's the one I'm going to go with. Yeah, right.
Great. Great.
Yes. Grand Arbiter.
Well, I'm looking.
I see some good ones. I mean, there's Delaware Angel Day, National Ghost Cat Day. You know, Scott Mistress is very good at coming up with the holidays here.
She's done many. I'm actively not looking at hers because she's already gotten several. I'm gonna say National Pie Day from
National
Tracy
Pie.
Benton.
All right. Okay, National Pie Day. So it's National Pie Day. But unfortunately, you are going to the clowns cream pie throwing development workshop this weekend. You have been hired to host the opening ceremonies for their weekend workshop, and also to provide some of your own insights into the proper pie throwing techniques.
Well, I think I would do what I'd have like a sort of transforming hat. So I think it would start out as sort of because I'm going to such a prestigious university.
Yeah.
I need a cream pie graduation cap.
Okay.
So it's a pie that sits inside a graduation cap and has a little tassel that shoots out of the middle of the pie, and it creates a radius, a radial on the pie, so you can do the calculation for pie with the tassel.
With the tassel.
Yes. And there's a mechanism inside the hat that at a given point I can push a button in my lapel and launch the pie into the air. To demonstrate the new pie throwing technology.
All right.
Ensuring that clowns everywhere are aware of that math is an important part of clowning.
Oh, yes, math is critical to clowning. I had heard that. I even read it in a think piece, I think in Wired or something like that. They were talking about the importance of mathematics to clowns, actually, which was a little known fact. I had no idea how much math went into clowning. So that's an excellent and like maybe a one-time wear kind of hat, because
I mean, you can reload it.
You can reload it. Oh, so it's got, you can just continually add pies to it.
Yeah, it's like a pie launcher.
Okay. All right. A pie launcher. I love this. Okay. All right. Whew. Oh my goodness. All right. We've got National Take a Lesbian to Home Depot Day. We've got National Lip Appreciation Day. Those are very good. The Feast of Saint Olga, which is pretty solid. Dingus Day. What is Dingus Day? Dyngus.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. These are good. These are
Dingus Day. Smingus Dingus. Okay.
Oh, we're learning.
Smingus Dingus is a Christian celebration held on Easter Monday in small parts of Eastern and Southern Europe.
Oh.
You throw on Dingus Day, Polish families traditionally visit and call relatives, gifting them paschal eggs, so colored eggs.
Okay.
Mass is well attended by Christians on Smingus Dingus. Traditionally, boys, this is why that video game is called Dingus, is because it's a Polish, we're learning things.
We are learning things. We're both like, ooh.
Boys throw waters over girls on Easter Monday. This is symbolic of cleansing one of their sins and marking the end of Lent with a day of feasting and merrymaking. So you want a waterproof hat, that's for sure. The custom may derive from a commemoration of the baptism of Poland, where the Polish people became Christians and received baptism en masse.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Okay, in some regions, males gently strike females with pussy willow branches obtained from Palm Sunday church services the previous week. This is accompanied by a number of other rituals, such as making verse declarations and holding door-to-door processions. In some regions, involved boys dressed as bears or other creatures.
There's a lot going on with this holiday.
It's a very busy holiday.
So busy. There are many traditions.
I mean, it's
its own complication.
Okay. This is the description of one of the images from the Wikipedia articles, and it's like modern. It's a modern image. Dingus in Wałomowicz, southern Poland, where the men wander about in the town in colorful handmade costumes in search of a woman to soak.
Okay. Well, I'm brave.
You have to make a costume, and you have to somehow in this costume convey consent that you'd want to do this. Maybe? I don't know. It's a very complicated holiday.
Yes. All right. But I am brave. I am bold. I am. Yeah.
I think this is the part that's like, it's just like there's a girls getting gently whipped by boys in bear suits. It's just a lot. There's a lot happening here. Every time someone says, well, Christianity is such a pure and unsullied religion, I want to remind people at this moment
of this holiday. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I am brave. I am bold. I will tackle a hat for Dingus Day, Grand Arbiter. What's my complication?
I told you, you have to make one that's not that conveys consent.
Oh, one that conveys consent. Okay, I don't know if I can get there. So, imagine.
I'm trying to make it easy. I'm sorry.
Imagine, if you will. If you've ever seen one of the wonderful medieval hats, all right, now I'm going to change. All right. Imagine, if you will, a double hennin situation. So if you know what a hennin is, that's a princess hat. It's very pointy, sticks up on your head. But this is a double hennin, so it's two of those. Usually it's lopped off, so you don't have the full point situation. You've got like a shortened cone. So you got two cones coming off the head with a little like wire in the front that's holding there's a frame to hold a veil. Now, on this veil is a woven wicker screen made of pussy willows instead of a veil. So the head is framed by a woven screen of pussy willows, sort of an homage to the whipping willows that are being used. And the hennins themselves are covered in fake bear fur. No bears were harmed in the creation of this imaginary chapeau. Now, around the base of each hennin are little cunningly wrought Pascal eggs, beautifully decorated in traditional fashion with the wax and everything. So they've got these gorgeous patterns on them. They're like little papier-mâché or half eggs, or maybe they're blown out eggs. I'm not too picky about the material being used.
Well, and we know how you like your eggs blown out.
I love my eggs blown out. It's correct, because I prefer them that way, to be honest, than hard-boiled. So once they're around the edge of the hat, and of course there's also cunningly worked out from underneath this screen is a large brim made of plastic to protect the wearer underneath the double fake bear fur hennins and pussy willow screen from the water being thrown at them. And the hennins are stabbed in multiple locations with random hat pins that have different phrases on the ends of them. Yes, please beat me, Papa. I want pussies. And it's just. All right. Well,
now we just need to get that clipped and put onto the YouTube and like set to a rap where it like get auto-tuned that whole yes, please, I want pussy.
Oh dear. I don't think I've ever made you laugh that hard on a live stream, Grand Arbiter.
No, not particularly.
That was very, very satisfying. Oh my goodness. So, anyway, Grand Arbiter, that is my Dingus Day Chapeau confection. I hope you enjoyed that description.
Sure.
Also, absolutely.
I think it's very funny that the ones that are the most filthy are the ones that are heavily Christian.
Yeah. There's a lot there. There's a lot to.
Well, I am going to not be brave in any capacity,
All right.
and I am going to pick. I'm going to pick Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Talk Like a Pirate Day. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Complication for Talk Like a Pirate Day for the Grand Arbiter. Okay. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day, but you are a pirate who only talks in reverse. I don't know. Actually, I don't have a good complication for this one.
I mean, you could make it something socially complicated or something about how I construct the hat. Let's not make it insane.
I still feel insane from the last one. All right, okay. It is Talk Like a Pirate Day, but you have to create a pirate chapeau that would be worthy of the resurrection of Liberace.
Oh, so it's a full and functional remote controlled pirate ship with 3 masts.
3 masts.
Really grandiose. But it's sequined.
Sequined, of course.
It's a sequined, fully functional, and it can come off my head and then run through the water and then be put back onto my head.
Wow. Oh, it's pining for the fjords.
And when I take off the hat, there's a very tiny pirate hat underneath. So I'm never without a hat.
A hat within a hat.
Yes.
Oh, that's like a very Drag Race reveal situation. I love that.
Yes.
That's very solid, Grand Arbiter. Excellent. I think Liberace would be very pleased.
Oh, it also plays El Cucaracha as it when you fire the cannons.
Oh, all right, okay. Oh, sure. The cannons work? Oh, it doesn't just float. Also, it has munitions.
It's fully functional. You could use it to raid the Isle of Lilliput.
Like data, it's fully functional. It's amazing.
Why is it cannons? We must have their treasures. The Isle of Lilliput will never know peace again.
Never again. Never again. Oh my gosh. All right, Grand Arbiter. We should do one more each. Do you want to continue to pick our own, or should we pick the final one for each other? What do you think?
I think that's fine. Do you want to
All
pick
right.
the final one for each other?
Sure.
I'm gonna pick national. Is it? I need to scroll back up. Sorry. International Buy a Book Day.
International.
No complications, just International Buy a Book Day.
All right. Oh, no complications. That's very kind.
I think that we should not have complications if someone is handing it to us. The complication is I chose it.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Okay. So I want to go back to this Edwardian moment. And now, like, look, I think a lot of people would just sort of do a thing with a hat band and putting like miniature books in it or something like that. But what if the crown of the hat is actually a functional library? And
I think that's a great idea. And it has excerpts from banned books.
Yes. And so they're miniature, so you can't, you have to like squeeze everything down. But the chapeau actually is shelves on the top of the crown. Sides are all shelves, and on the shelves are tiny books, and they're all banned books. And when you pull them out, it's just like a quote from each banned book that you pull out. And of course, it has a library ladder that runs around. It's on wheels, and you can move it around the crown of the hat, so you can just like have a little bit of a spinny moment with that. And of course, rather than a feather as a cockade, you've got a little inkwell with a quill coming out of it as your cockade.
I think that's great. It's a beautiful hat that shall never be.
Oh, yeah, no, and obviously it needs a magnifying glass that rotates around the brim. You're correct. Just like on a little track on the brim. So we've got the ladder on the crown and the magnifying glass on a track on the brim edge. I love that. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Your time to pick
Grand
one.
Arbiter, yours is National Ice Cream for Breakfast Day.
Okay, so
thank you, Tracy. That is a great holiday.
I think it's this is a hat in the honor of my battle, one of my great battles.
Oh.
And that battle, of course, is that pancakes are garbage and waffles rule the world.
Well, right.
my great war against pancakes.
Ricky agrees. Waffles all the way. We're here for waffles.
So it's waffles on it's a slighted thing. It has like a sort of waffle-like brim, so it sort of looks like a what's that hat called that looks like you wear it when you're in a barbershop quartet.
Oh, a boater.
A boater, yeah. So it's a boater, and the top of the bottom of the boater looks like a plate, and the next part is a large, what looks like a stack of waffles, or just has a waffle homage, and then it has scoops of ice cream on the top made of silk. Little silk ice cream scoops.
Ooh.
And you can the important part is there's the squares, so that all of the ice cream can melt and merge with the squares.
Very important. So this is the great pancake waffle heresy.
I don't think it's a heresy. It's just it's What's really funny is I don't know if I know that internet reference because I think it's not in the wheelhouse of the internet that I was exposed to. Because my early YouTube, I am like slightly too old to get those YouTube references because I was like in Flash Animation Town, right?
Oh, Flash
Before they
animation.
transitioned Flash into YouTube. I was like, you have to go to a specific website that has the Flash animation, right?
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
go to your Homestar Runners, that kind of thing.
Ty, I'm afraid you're going to have to share the. Do you?
I don't know this E-bombs world. Yeah, something along those lines. I don't have that expect. I was reading too much manga. I'm sorry. I was reading too much manga. I was reading series and watching about young girls making poor decisions
Oh,
and what's it called? Fushigi Yugi Mysterious Play. I read a lot of manga about girls going to other worlds and meeting dudes and it being toxic as F.
there's a lot of manga happening. So much manga. So you know,
I mean, it's not my fault that you get nauseous when you try to read a comic book, Madame Askew.
it's true. It's true.
It's the spinning letters. It's the this.
We all have our cross to bear, and my darlings, now you know one of my great travails in the world. I suffer from a delicate condition in which I cannot read comic books or manga, no matter how much I wish to, without experiencing vertigo and losing myself in the text forever.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We forgive you for your great hardship.
Thank you.
So that is that. Next week you will be
We're done. That's that. Transition. That's that.
Sometimes I don't have a clean transition. Sometimes it's just time to move on. Also, I think, what's this? Oh, is it order a pizza o'clock? Oh my. I'm so sorry. I forgot that it was order pizza o'clock. Lord Asplund is not here to make me my meals as he has flown to his native lands to be with his parental units, leaving me alone and despondent.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Also, this is actually very funny. Because Vertigo is a very famous comic publisher.
I think I've even met some of the people from Vertigo.
I am very unsupervised and very already bored.
Yes.
And now for something completely different. Madame Askew is going to have her sip the tea tomorrow. Make it. It's a huge deal. This is one of our big gets. We don't know how often we're going to get a big get, so you should be to everyone. And
yes, please. Thank you.
Madame Askew, I assume you have the best questions possible already written.
Well, in honesty, I love to follow the thread of the conversation. So I always have a sort of outline of things I'd like to talk
You know
about.
what I mean. You know what I mean.
How did I get through queer audacity? That is how I asked, and she was kind enough to say yes. It was pure audacity, Scone Mistress. So that was it. So that's tomorrow, 10 a.m. If you are watching us live on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, that is where I will be streaming our interview tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern here in North America. I know that is some ungodly time in Australia and New Zealand, but it's like 6 p.m. in the UK. So I hope you will come and join us for this chat. I know we're going to have an amazing time. And in the meantime, my darlings, please be certain to come check out the content on Patreon. Patreon is what keeps
It's very early, but be strong. Be strong. Papa knows you can do this. You can get out of bed and be a functional adult. Papa knows. Papa knows you can do this. Papa knows. Papa knows you can get up and educate yourself about queer history. Yeah, Papa knows. Papa knows. Okay, that's it.
So join us for brunch tomorrow. That was a great comeback, honestly. That was so good. So we're going to be having a wonderful time tomorrow, but also this is my heartfelt plea to sign up for our Patreon at the free tier or a higher tier. Patreon continues to be one of the best places to support us and to make all of this nonsense possible. It also keeps me in emotional support scones and feeds the shop cats. And in these difficult times, everything is becoming harder. And so I am leaning more and more on our wonderful Patreon community. I'm so grateful to all of you. It is also the best way currently to stay up to date on what we have planned each month and to make suggestions about our various and sundry virtual events and other nonsense. So please check out our Patreon. And to our wonderful Patreon subscribers, thank you for your ongoing and stalwart support. And yes, the shark cats need their churros. It's very important. So, Grand Arbiter.
Also, the monthly Mousive, while we don't have any explicit dates, we are in talks to get it relaunched. So it's on its path. The newsletter is on its path to get relaunched. We just have to make sure that whatever we're putting together is going to not have to get rebuilt in a year, because that was very bad.
It was devastating, and it's taken us almost 6 months to get it back together again to relaunch the newsletter. So I'm very excited to be bringing that back. Of course, I love writing the newsletter, and I love being able to share with all of you what's going on, because all of these things that we do every week, every month, the Grand Arbiter and I love doing them, but we're here and streaming because we love sharing these moments with you. We are doing this because we love this connection that we have, and we adore you, our community. So we want you to know what's coming up and happening, and the newsletter and Patreon have been the best way to keep up with all of this. That said, join our Discord. It's free to join. It's delightful. It's a wonderful space. There are no advertisements and no algorithm to deal with, and no weird evil overlord there currently. So that's really nice in these particular times. So if you need an invite to the Patreon, I'm going to throw it up in the comments right now. But you can always ask either the Grand Arbiter or myself for an invite. We're happy to
You
share
mean the Discord, but yes.
Yes, that is what I mean. It's the Discord. I don't even know what I said.
You said Patreon, but it's fine. You can join that with no effort. It's very easy.
It's very easy.
And to those who are attending SakuraCon out here in the Northwest in Seattle, please have a lovely animantastic time. And I know you're not watching, Tobias, but good luck and have fun.
Yes, good luck, have fun, and everyone, my darlings, remember to treasure yourselves as we treasure you. As you go forth into this holiday weekend, remember to stay hydrated, to put on your best chapeau, maybe the most unhinged one, to drink the good tea, and get those vitamins, minerals, your vaccines and boosters, because if you don't take good care of yourselves, then we do not get to have tea time with all of you, and I shall have to haunt you like a deranged cat, and nobody wants that. So, my darlings, we'll see you tomorrow morning for a very queer brunch, 10 a.m. right here for my wonderful interview with the delightful Amanda from Yesterqueers. Grand Arbiter, would you like to close us out?
Don't die, generally. Also, like all things, fiber helps things pass more easily. Ensure you're eating enough fiber and getting enough water, including emotional distress.
Good night, everyone. Cheers.
Ensure you are properly hydrated and fibrated, everyone. Bye.